Well, it looks like Sean Diddy Combs is standing firm behind the innocence that he's claimed since his arrest, and he isn't going out without also legally fighting back. He's already pled not guilty to his charges, and now he's legally clapping back at Courtney Burgess, who recently told the world that he has tapes from Diddy's freak-offs and sexual assault. In response of his shocking revelations, Sean Diddy Combs filed a lawsuit on Wednesday, January 22nd, against Burgess and others, such as the owner of the news station. Diddy says that he wants $50 million in damages caused by defamation. Diddy's lawsuit stated that people who heard and believed defendants' lies have accused Combs on social media that is consumed by hundreds of millions of viewers each and every day of being a debauched monster and a pedophile. Now, currently, Diddy is sitting in a jail cell until his sex trafficking and racketeering trial begins in May. He was denied appeals for bail 3 times and has continued to be accused of assault-related claims. To date, he faces at least 30 civil lawsuits. He's been a subject of memes and viral debates ever since Cassie sued him for assault, trafficking, and abuse in November 2023, and they privately settled within 24 hours. His lawyer filed the $50 million paperwork in the Federal District Court in Manhattan, marking his first lawsuit against an accuser. It is all related on Courtney Burgess's podcast appearances and a news station interview last year. In his appearances, Courtney repeatedly claimed to have tapes of Diddy engaging in sexual acts with celebrities and people appearing to be underage. Courtney also claimed a grand jury heard his testimony in October as they considered more charges for Diddy. However, according to the New York Times, Sean Diddy Combs' lawsuit is calling the sex tapes narrative a lie that is hurting his reputation and tainting a potential jury pool. Now, Courtney is already aware that Diddy is suing him, and he told the New York Times that he's standing by his word about the alleged sex tapes. Courtney said that Diddy has a lot of nerve to want to sue somebody when he's going to rot in jail for all the things that he's done. Note that Diddy and Courtney are not friends or have any personal connection. He claims a third party gave him the tapes, but he believes they came from the late Kim Potter. The mystery package allegedly also has a manuscript, which Courtney took as a rough draft of a book Potter penned before her death in November 2018. Her kids and her ex, A.I.B. Sure, have all slammed the memoir as lies and sent cease and desist letters. Amazon has since pulled it from its platform. But well, Courtney is not the only person that Diddy has smoke for. He also named Ariel Mitchell-Kidd, Courtney's former lawyer, who spoke on a news station about the alleged tapes. Ariel reportedly said that the lawsuit is a pathetic ploy to silence victims and people who stand up for victims. Now, in case you don't know or are not familiar with Courtney Burgess, let's see who he is and how he's connected to Diddy's case. Now, he's given multiple interviews on the subject and has become a focal point in the investigation, prompting Diddy's legal team to request a gag order to curb statements made by witnesses and their attorneys outside the court. Diddy's legal representatives argued that Courtney's public claims are untrue and defamatory, urging the court to prevent further statements that could prejudice the case. However, Courtney and his attorney maintain that the contents of these alleged tapes expose long-standing troubling behavior by Diddy. In an appearance on Mitch's Cox True Crime podcast, Courtney claimed that he has flash drives containing at least 8 sex tapes involving high-profile individuals associated with Combs. He also alleged that some of the tapes involve minors, a claim that has since sparked widespread concern. According to Courtney, the tapes were handed to him by Kim Porter, Combs' former partner, prior to her death, suggesting that she intended for the content to be used as evidence against Diddy. Courtney's lawyer said that the tapes reveal the story of what Diddy has done over the past 30 years, his deviant activities. In the alleged recordings, Courtney recounted that two well-known figures in the entertainment industry were present, one of whom he identified as Usher. Courtney hinted that another participant might have been Justin Bieber, judging by the appearance of younger features without certain tattoos associated with Bieber's later image. Courtney also claimed that the recording captures Usher and Bieber at an early age, describing them as definitely young at the time. But that is not all though, because he also claims to have an unedited version of Kim Porter's alleged memoir, Kim's Lost Words, A Journey of Justice from the Other Side. Quietly released on Amazon as a paperback, the book allegedly details Porter's relationship with Diddy, recounting incidents of physical abuse, sexual coercion, and other forms of abuse. Courtney claimed in the podcast interview that the memoir includes vivid accounts, such as Porter describing how he hated her and was allegedly involved in inappropriate acts with young boys. Sales of the memoir repeatedly surged after news of Diddy's arrest on multiple charges, including trafficking and racketeering. The book has since become a subject of public interest as it purports to document several disturbing encounters during Kim Porter's time with Diddy, as well as her allegations of abuse and exploitation. Now, Diddy's criminal defense attorney, Mark Geragos, has publicly questioned the credibility of these allegations made by Courtney, suggesting that prosecutors may be using Courtney's testimony as a tactic in their case against Diddy. His attorney also stated in a recent interview that I suspect the prosecutors brought him in front of the grand jury because I don't think anyone is buying what he's selling. In the light of the allegations, Diddy's legal team argues that the court should enforce a gag order to prevent potentially biased or unsubstantiated information from reaching the public. They claimed that Courtney's recent appearances and media statements have tainted the court of public opinion, painting Diddy as guilty even before trial.